name is Azadeh Rohanian-Perry. I was born into a Baha'i family in Shiraz. Before the revolution, Baha'is never had the freedom, but they never had much problem either with the government. It was very scary time when the revolution was happening, especially in 1979. They started burning the houses of the Baha'is in Iran. And one of my sister's house was burned. That morning, I remember that you see the smoke in the air. It was very scary. She and my another sister, they lost everything in the fire. Mr. Mahmudnizhad, he converted to the Baha'i faith himself, and my father was the same. My dad never had a brother, and he never had either. So they become close friends, and they were sharing about how they became a Baha'i. And when he was his turn, he said, "Let me go home and bring Mona. I want Mona here when I'm sharing how I became a Baha'i." As he was sharing about how he became Baha'i, Mona was just pouring, crying so hard. And that night, he couldn't take her back. She said, Mona slept over at our house. She said, "I can't take her home." So Mona was so emotional to hear all this story about her father. So this is a picture of my family and Mona's family. It was the first day of Nowruz. We had lunch at our house. And this is me and my mom. And this is Mrs. Mahmudnizhad, my father, my sister, Mona, my other sister, Mr. Mahmudnizhad, my brother, and that's my another sister. Mona was very beautiful, very kind. She always smiled. So on October 22nd, of 1982, we heard that Mona and her father been arrested. So her father, we weren't much surprised because we knew they're after him. But arresting of Mona was very shocking. That why they took Mona. We thought maybe they took her just because to scare her mother and her father, and they would let her come home soon because Mona was only 16 years old. But she never came back. She was a children class teacher for the Baha'i children. And also being Mr. Mahmudnizhad's daughter was another crime because her father was very active, very well-known Baha'i. Mona had really the same quality as her father. She was very strong spiritually. One of our friends, he stopped and I sat in the car and he said, "Did you hear the news?" I said, "What?" He said, 3 people were executed in Shiraz last night. I said, "You know who they were?" And he mentioned the names, and as soon as I heard Mr. Mahmudnizhad, I was just shocked. On my 15th birthday, I was so excited because I was ready to declare to be a Baha'i. And then at that night, they executed 10 women, and Mona was alive. In a way, I was relieved that they're not suffering anymore in the prison, and they're gone, and they're happy. But it was very painful to lose them. I learned from Mona to be a stronger Baha'i, because she has so much love for humanity and for their children, in the world. I knew Mona had so much passion. She was very happy of being a children class teacher. And when I heard the reason she was executed was because she was teaching a children class, I decided to fulfill her dream. And since then, I'm teaching, children classes. And it brings so much joy to my heart because I know she's really happy about it.